What's up, guys? Welcome to the 10th episode of the Plant Movement Podcast. My name is Willie Rodriguez, and today is a special episode because we have the number one, all right, and I'm confident saying that, the number one plant sourcing app, right, down here. It's all in the United States, but we use it hard down here in South Florida. PlantAnt, all right, we have Darryl, that he is the owner, the founder of PlantAnt. And we have Catalina, that she's the number one sales rep in the country for PlantAnt. All right. What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up, Willie? Thank you for that.
This is so exciting to have you guys on. For real, I'm honored and blessed that you guys jumped on here today to talk to us and tell us everything about PlantAnt. And it's a blessing. How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Thank you.
Doing good?
Doing great. Excited to be here with you.
Doing great, man. I want to hear everything. We have a lot to cover today. Get ready, guys, because this episode is going to be a good one. Darryl, talk to me, man. How did you get involved? Because this is your app. How did you get involved in the industry enough to be, motivated and push yourself to create an app and actually make it happen? Talk to me about your past. How'd you get involved?
Sure. So I first got into landscaping in 2005.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I was in the dental industry for 12 years before that.
What were you doing in the dental industry?
I worked with a company that we manufactured dental supplies, sold to dental laboratories, dentists. I used to work technical support basically for dentists.
Okay,
yeah.
That's awesome.
12 years.
Okay.
I was VP of that company. I left.
You left to go do landscaping?
No, I left and things just didn't work out there.
Okay.
And so my girlfriend at the time, because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do, and she says, well, why don't you do what you enjoy? And I always loved the outdoors. As a kid, I always loved trees, plants, the jungle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so I figured, okay, well, maybe I can get into something in landscaping, but I didn't really see it as a glorious industry. A lot of people look at landscapers like glorified gardeners, But she says that I should follow my dreams, right?
Okay.
So,
which is great because that's truly what it is. So she helped you out there.
Yeah, and I always thought about Wayne Huizenga. He was my idol.
Okay.
And he started driving a garbage truck.
Okay.
That's a driver, and he built the largest waste management company in the world.
Yeah, you start from the bottom and you improvise and you grow and you build.
Exactly, doing trash. And so I thought, well, maybe I could do the same thing in landscaping. Maybe I could start small, build it. Business is business. It doesn't matter what you do.
Of course,
right?
Yes.
So I bought a small landscape company, did only maintenance, progressed, eventually did only design build, progressed, eventually started doing just design, and with the design came the need for finding material, and so that's, what transitioned us into PlantAnt.
So you were doing landscaping, and then you were going out looking for product, and you were having trouble. You were using maybe something else, or just calling around off memory. You would drive around, write stuff down.
Yeah, well, so we did a lot of work for big landscape architects.
Okay.
And so. I don't know. I'm sure you're familiar with this. You get these big, plant schedules. 200 plants long.
That's what we do every day.
Yeah.
We locate them.
Yeah, and you have to find them. And at that time, pre-PlantAnt, it was a mission.
It was.
Because the internet age wasn't here yet. Everything was printed publications.
Yeah.
So
I remember driving around. I would just drive. I would go Saturdays, and throughout the day, I would just drive to all the nurseries, have a pad. And each like a regular manila pad, and I would write down the name of the person up top, and I would go jotting down what I liked, and I would put the spec and the price right next to it. And that was my sheet. So when someone would call me with a list, I would flip through it and this person had, perfect. I would call them, see if they still had, drive by, look at them, and place the orders.
So I kind of did the same thing, except me being a little more computer, minded. Mm-hmm. I did it a little bit more technical. So what I did was I got availability lists from a lot of nurseries, scanned them, made them searchable PDFs, put them in a folder.
Nice.
So if I needed to find a plant, I would
a lot more high tech.
Yeah. So
plus you're a little older than me. So when I was doing that, I was probably 19, 20, 21. And you were probably in your third. You were about 30 at the point.
Probably,
yeah. You got a little bit more. Under your belt. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but it just took too much time. I mean, especially with the publications having to flip back and forth. And quite frankly, a lot of times, the nurseries, they don't list all the plants that they have, so you still had to call the nurseries. I mean, it would take days to find the material.
It would.
Yeah, and so that's when I thought, well, there had to be a better way. And so that was the beginnings of PlantAnt. I thought, well, maybe we can create an online search directory, and and I went out looking for to get some sort of a developer or programmer to build
Create
it.
an app.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so from there, you got somebody to help you create the app, and then that's a whole nother episode in itself on how it was created. Probably.
Well,
the database was tough to get, right?
Yeah,
all the product, all the plants.
The database was okay. I mean, that is something at the time that we could purchase.
Okay.
What was harder was actually getting a programmer or a company to build it, because
to build the app.
Yeah, as a landscaper, I couldn't afford. I went shopping around, and it was literally hundreds of thousands of dollars to build what I wanted to build.
Now it might be a little bit cheaper because there's more people that do it.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's still expensive, and it takes time to do it.
It's still expensive.
And your vision to make your vision and describe it and give it to someone so they make it exactly like that isn't easy either.
Yeah, and especially if you work with an outside company. So I got lucky. My best friend, Danny, who is my partner in PlantAnt.
Shout out to Danny. He's not here today.
Yeah, Danny. One day you'll be on here.
Yes, Danny. We need you over here, man.
So he, at the time, was living in New York. He was working for Benjamin Moore as a programmer. And I went to him with the idea. I said, can you do it? And he says, yeah, for sure, I can do it. And he says, I have a lot of time on the train on the way in to work and on the way back. So we started working every day, every night, I should say, from maybe 10 o'clock at night to 2 in the morning for a year, working on PlantAnt. I'd tell him, what I needed, and he'd build it. Then we'd review it the next day, and this went on for about a year. Yeah.
So guys, as you see, you got to be dedicated. All right, you heard that, from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. after he worked a full day. All right, doing landscaping, dedicated and hungry on a mission to get it done. And that's what it takes. And having friends. Yeah. You gotta have a lot of friends. You gotta be connected. You gotta make these friends and these connections, because look at what has been created by his idea and his friend's idea, making it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Powerful.
Connections is everything.
It's everything.
Yeah, PlantAnt wouldn't be where it is today without the connections.
No, 100%. It would be an idea still in your head. Or it would have been on the shelf somewhere put away, and you would have never done it.
Yeah, and not just Danny. I mean, we're talking about Catalina here.
Everyone, the whole team.
Yeah.
The whole team. So for those of you guys that are not familiar, for the viewers that aren't familiar with PlantAnt, because there's viewers that are from other industries, Catalina, let us know exactly what PlantAnt is for the viewers.
Okay, so PlantAnt, nursery directory. Anybody searching for wholesale plant material would go on PlantAnt and search for the plants that they're looking for, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to be part of the industry, meaning nurseries use it, landscapers, garden centers, brokers, mm-hmm. And then anybody that is looking for wholesale plants, right? You go on PlantAnt and you have to have an account, mm-hmm. right? You create it. It's free to create.
On the website. You guys have a website and an app.
But
you got to do that on the website.
Yes, on the website.
Create an account on the website, guys, not through the app.
Yes, mm-hmm. plantant.com. And basic information, username, password. If you're creating a user account, just what is it that you do, mm-hmm. And you're in. You have now access to PlantAnt, and you can search thousands of nurseries,
all over,
thousands of plants nationwide. We get users worldwide. So we literally get users.
And you can put anything from seeds, right, mm-hmm. up to
field
trees,
grown trees, anything you have,
palms, mm-hmm. anything. And your directory, like your database has how many plants in there? Have you hit 1 million?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're close to 1 million.
So there's close to 1 million different plants already on the website and on the app, that when you go to search for the plant that you want to post, being a nursery, right, or garden centers are the ones that normally post on there. Landscapers and brokers are the ones that go on there to locate the product. You guys can put any plant you want, and I'm sure it's there, because he's almost had 1 million different plants.
Willie, they're all there, and we have a database, and we are constantly adding new ones. Uh-huh. Nurseries send us plants, and mm-hmm. then we go into our database and we add them in there.
Yeah. And you know what's nice about PlantAnt is we really made it to be dummy proof. So we made it where if you search a plant, you can search the botanical name, you can search the common name. Even,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we put in functionality, so if you misspell a name,
It'll change it.
yeah,
It'll show up.
it'll give you some suggestions, or it'll show the right plant if it knows what you're searching for. So we try to make it as dummy proof as possible. Especially if you're out in the field, you're in a truck, you're driving around, use the app to search. We want to be able to make sure people find what they're looking for.
Quick.
With the app, it's really neat because when you're out in the field, you can actually search based on where you are.
Yeah,
with
the
your
zip
GPS.
code with the GPS.
With your
Yes,
location.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it recognizes your location and then it tells you, hey, you're close to Ace Ornamentals or, in the Darryl's Nursery. And it tells you, hey, it's 2 miles away. So you can just drive there and it'll
And it
take
tells
you
you.
there.
Yeah.
It opens up.
And the reason why that's important, I mean, when I did landscaping, there were times that we were doing a job, let's say, 50 miles away from where we normally would source material. And we do a job and we're missing 1 or 2 plants at the end. And we're like, okay, well, we just need a couple of these plants. So I tell my foreman, well, just go on PlantAnt, search based on where you are, and just find the closest nursery.
That listed it.
Yeah, just go get it from the closest nursery, finish up the job, and be back here.
No, it's powerful. It's powerful, and it's awesome that the innovation. It takes somebody that's in the industry that is seeing an issue and seeing an opportunity to capitalize on the issue, and you guys did it. So I commend you, man. That's amazing.
Thanks. Well, we definitely can't take all the credit because a lot of suggestions came from a lot of our users, our customers, people like you.
Oh, that's how it's built. How it's built. I use the platform. I love the platform. So all the buyers have the platform here, and we're on it all day long. There are unfortunately nurseries that don't post on PlantAnt or they're skeptical. You know how people are.
Yeah.
But it's so easy to jump on and create an account and to post something if you run out, you can make it inactive. It saves it for you, like it archives it for you, and then you can just locate it again and make it active when you have them ready, right? For like brokers, like, look at this, guys. We're talking about this right now before we jumped on. There's people that have created businesses by just locating the product that people have around. So let's say you're a broker and you want to start being a broker. You jump on PlantAnt, you get people's lists that you can get them right on PlantAnt. You ain't got to go nowhere. And you create your own, you add them to your profile, and you just put a markup on it. And now you have a business, a brokering business that channels, you have so much opportunity for people to channel in and call you and message you, and you make sales just off this app. Like, think about how powerful that is. That's something you couldn't have done before, or you could have, but it was old school way. This is fast. Like, if you do this for 2 days, you can have a whole, like, if you stick with it for 2 days, you can have a full-blown business of selling and brokering product just by using their platform. It is massive, the opportunity with this platform.
It is. We've had people tell us, the way they grow their nursery, it's by using PlantAnt. I've had people telling me this is how they put their kids through college because their business grew so much.
No, but it's true. I remember when I jumped, I was one of the first ones to jump on, like in the first year or so. Not one of the first ones, but in the beginning.
Very early. Yes.
And yes, at first it took a little bit of time to get traction for people to call me, because I would ask them, hey, where are you calling me from? Because I was doing things in different places. I wanted to know. But as time went on, it was just PlantAnt. And I was like, thank God for
And like
Darryl.
you said, a lot of people are very skeptical at the beginning to get it started. They don't really understand how having your list up there somewhere on the internet is going to get them
that's
calls.
what it is. It's as easy as you can
how it
call
is.
Catalina, right? You can call her with the listings you have, and they can input it for you, right? But once you have an account created and you jump on the app, it is super simple. You just take a picture of the plant. You can put multiple photos, right? How many photos can they put of one specific?
Unlimited.
Unlimited amount of photos for one plant and one size.
Yeah.
So think about that. You do have to. So the cost of it is not that expensive. It's not expensive at all. Let's say that. For me, it's not expensive because I spend a lot of money on advertising. So for me, what I pay PlantAnt is nothing compared to the sales that I get in return, like for real. But it's by click, right?
Yep.
That's how it works?
Yes.
Can you guys explain a little bit about that?
So you would basically create an account. You can add the information yourself. You can add the plants. You can add the photos. Or you don't even have to do that. Like you said, you send
Catalina
it over to
can
me,
do it.
and we do it for you. It doesn't matter if it's 10 items or 3,000 items. We'll add them for you. There's no cost there. So basically, to get your account started and going, it's totally free. To have your listings on there, it's free. Now you only get charged when somebody searches for a plant that you have. You show up onto the results as having it, and they click your name. Why would they click your name? To get your contact information. They are able to see everything else before having to click, so they can make an educated decision
and they can see
on
the photo
who
too.
they'd like to call. Yes, they can see a photo, they can see the price.
But once you click the photo, that's it.
There's no charge.
There's no charge.
No,
Okay.
it only comes in when I click on your name.
Right. But the clicks are cheap. They average from what, like a quarter to $1?
They're $1 per click.
$1 per click. All right.
So in average, nurseries could pay $30 a month.
Come on, guys. Where are you gonna go that you get that exposure for $30? $30 doesn't even. I went to McDonald's with my 3 kids the other day, which I hate McDonald's. I don't hate McDonald's. Sorry, McDonald's. It's just the food is not the best, right? But my kids like the Happy Meal, so I went there and 5 of us was almost $50.
Yes.
So
you go to
and
the
that's for one meal.
Rinconcito.
This you can hear
expensive.
Rinconcito. This you with the amount of money that you spend, you can grow a business, guys. You can get a click from somebody, right? This is all about connections. You get a click from somebody that reaches out to you. They'll never use PlantAnt again. They only call you directly now, which is not what these guys want to hear. But now you have created a bond with somebody through this app that they found you, and it's powerful. And the $30 a month is nothing.
No, it is.
It's
what we
more
want to
sometimes.
hear.
I pay more.
Hear because we like to help nurseries like that. You know, we don't want to make nurseries pay all this money and not get anything in return. You know, we want nurseries to do great.
No, but there's nurseries too that pay more. Like I have more listings, I get more traffic. My bill's somewhere close to like $260, $280 on average. But to me, that's nothing because the amount of product that I'm selling for those $300 is nothing at the end of the day.
You're getting that and way more in return.
Way more in return, guys. So it's don't look at it as money. Remember, don't look at it as money. Look at it as a powerful tool to get out there.
And that's what this is. Set up, it's meant for small nurseries, and they could be paying $6, $7, $8 a month. Or big nurseries like you, and they could be paying $250. Whatever it is you're paying.
But regardless, it's pennies compared to what you get in return.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
And the way we charge isn't a new concept. Actually, almost all internet advertising and marketing is done this way. The pay-per-click system. If you advertise on Google, if you advertise on Instagram,
everything's
Facebook,
by click. Yep.
Yeah, everything is based on traffic because it's really the most fair way to advertise.
It is.
Okay, because as opposed to putting a print ad out, you spend $1,000 for a print ad.
You gotta mail it.
Well, yeah, and 2 things. You pay that. It doesn't matter if you get 1 call, no calls, or 100 calls. You're paying $1,000. And the other thing is you have no way of tracking it. Okay, so with online advertising, you pay only if you get results.
Exactly.
If you're paying $50, it probably means you got 50 people or close to 50 people that called you or that was interested in your product, right?
Yeah. Higher percent.
Yeah, and it's trackable, so you can go in, you can see your analytics. You can see, okay, I had this many people click, and this is where my clicks originated from, and these are the plants that they search for. You have no way of tracking that with traditional marketing.
So there's a graph, guys, online that you guys send it every month as well at the end of the month with the bill, I believe, too, right?
Yeah.
The statistics, and what that is it shows which plants were the highest for everyone in the area. Also for you, what got clicked more, and it's an awesome graph that guides you into that. Like in popular season, you'll see what is selling most. Yeah. So these are all tools, guys. You want to know what's popular in a certain time, you can jump on there and see each month which plants are more popular and what sizes.
Sure.
So if you get your hands on them, you post them, and boom, you sold them.
Yeah, and
like that.
And we give a lot of control, even for budgets. So we understand some companies they maybe don't want to spend over a certain amount a month. So you can actually set
a budget.
Yeah, you could put a budget, and it'll show your material. And if you hit that cap, it just stops showing your items for the rest of the month, so you don't go over.
Yeah.
But honestly, most nurseries don't even use it.
I don't want to
cap.
I wish mine was like at $10,000 a month.
And everybody that is on PlantAnt, it's because they're getting results.
Of course.
We don't have a contract. We don't have an obligation. They have my phone number. They can text me and, hey, it's not working out. I want out. They're out. We don't make anybody be on PlantAnt if they don't want to. And everybody's on.
No, everyone's
on
PlantAnt.
So it says that a lot about us.
It works, and a lot of people are familiar with it. So you guys opened this up in what year?
2008.
And so 2008. So it's been open for 13 years.
Yeah.
Going on 14. How did you guys grow? I know it's been a while already, but how did you guys, get off your feet when you first started it? What was your initiative to like how to get into people's ears and eyes
Bring
and
me
hands
on.
and
No, just kidding.
yeah, how did that start? Like so quickly? I know because PlantAnt became popular like within 5 years.
Yes. Yeah.
So how did that happen from the start like that? What did you guys do?
Well, I think it was a combination of factors. I think the timing was just right. Is right when smartphones were taking off. So things were changing. People were starting to use their phones
The
more.
App Store.
Internet more. So that happened. And then, like we mentioned before, connections helped a lot. And I believe we had the right formula. A lot of people tried to do what we did before, and it didn't work out for a number of reasons. One of the biggest factors, I think, was the fact that we were so fair with the pricing.
Okay.
So we spoke about that. My whole idea for PlantAnt is, when as a user of PlantAnt, me as a landscaper, when I look for material, I want to be able to find the material. I don't care if it's from a huge nursery or a tiny little nursery. I just want my
You just
plants,
need the plants,
right?
yeah, those specific plants.
Right. So I needed to have a pricing structure that anybody can afford. Actually, it's funny. In the beginning, I was more pushing for a flat fee. Danny was pushing more for the pay-per-click. He being more computer-minded.
Of course.
He won out, thank goodness, because,
Yeah.
that
It worked
was
out.
that was the better way for sure.
course.
And so I said, okay, we had to have it where a tiny nursery can afford it or a big nursery can afford it, and that's what we did with our pricing. In fact, we've adjusted things along the line where, for instance, 1 year, a couple of years after we launched, we actually dropped our per impression charge. So we took a hit, for a few months until we built it back up, but we felt it was more fair.
Of course.
Okay, and to me, that's another part of the equation. Is people always looked at us as being fair. We always thought that if they succeed, we succeed.
Of course.
If we just try to extract all the money we could out of our clients, eventually they're gonna fail and we'll fail with them, right? So when we first launched, the first year we went to every nursery and basically said, hey, we'll just put you on for free. You don't have to pay, you don't have to do anything while we build this up. Because
course.
I needed to have nurseries on there before I got people searching for material, right?
Of course.
So we did that for a year. We got a lot of nurseries to get on there. In the beginning, it was a little struggle
For a
because
year.
yes, for a whole
Listen,
year.
guys, this guy was dedicated for a year, putting nurseries on, driving around, paying employees to go do this. All right, out of his pocket.
Yep.
To be able to create this. So it's dedication.
Yeah, and we learned along the way. For instance, in the beginning, we thought all the nurseries would sign up themselves, put all their listings themselves.
Because you know what it is.
Yeah,
but they don't.
Yeah,
and
but
it's new.
that didn't work out because
You have to educate people.
yeah, and people don't have time. I mean, I see it. You're running around in a truck, you're running a nursery, you're doing all this stuff. You don't have time to sit in front of a computer and put in your listing. So we started, bridging that gap to make the barrier of entry smaller so that it's easier for nurseries to get on. We set them all up. We put all their listings in. So we did everything that we could. Once we had enough nurseries on there, then we went and we started targeting the buyers. So now we went out, we went to trade shows. TPIE was our first trade show with the FNGLA. And at that show, I approached the FNGLA and they had their member locator at the time. And I basically threw the bug in their ear that, hey, if you want to have a digital locator, think about us.
Yeah.
And that panned out. Actually, just a year after, we became the official FNGLA locator.
Ooh, baby.
Yeah, man. Yep.
That's awesome. But that takes guts because if he wouldn't have went and made
Yes.
that conversation, he wouldn't have went and done that. He wouldn't have been on the FNGLA, on the number one. So that's powerful, man.
So we were the FNGLA locator, for many years. They just, I think 2 years ago, they finally discontinued the locator in general just because there's so many outlets now
Of course.
find and
Of course.
to find materials. So, and that helped us along because that added credibility.
Of course.
And it also helped that our first sales rep was Billy Deal.
Billy.
Everybody knows Billy Deal.
Everybody
Billy,
knows
shout
Billy.
out to
What's
Billy.
The real deal.
I saw him. The last time I saw him was in the Orlando
At the
show
Orlando
where I
show.
saw you at. And Billy's an awesome guy, man. Give him a big hug.
He's great.
Shout out, Billy. Shout out to Billy.
Yeah, man. He's doing a great job at FNGLA at the shows, which, by the way, the shows were instrumental in helping us grow.
No, the shows are amazing.
Yeah. So, having Billy there helped, and then obviously then Catalina came along, and
Obviously.
Let me ask you just one thing that we didn't touch that came to my mind. So PlantAnt is not just something you can source product. There's also like people that are looking for product. They can send like an inquiry. What is that called? A Q.
That's true. RFQ.
RFQ.
Request for quote.
Request for quote. So tell us real quick about that because I don't want to skip that. So what is that?
All right. So request for quote. It's so let's say a landscaper is searching for. They have a project, like you said. You have a huge list. Instead of going and searching for the plant and then seeing who has it and then go for the next plant and then seeing who has it, you go on PlantAnt and you create a new client and you create an RFQ. What that means is that you enter the list of plants that you're looking for, and by opening it up, it's going to email and send an alert to anybody on PlantAnt, a nursery that has the material
Within a
that you need.
specific area, right?
The person creating it would choose that. Yes. So
Okay. So you can do, let's say you're in Orlando, Florida, right? That's a popular place. Or let's say you're in Miami, right? And you're doing a landscape job, guys, and you need to know who might have the product. You can jump right on PlantAnt, do the RFQ, and it sends emails. You do the radius, let's say 50 miles or 40 miles
So
or
if
whatever.
you as a nursery have it listed,
I'll
you'll get an email. You'll
we
get
get
an
an
alert.
alert, and then we can put there yes or no, whatever, and we can set it up like that.
And then you guys are put in contact and you guys do your deal.
So that's another thing that PlantAnt offers. Just before we skip that completely because that was something important.
Very important.
it's pretty powerful, because as a nursery, when you respond to these, you can set your own prices. You can
course.
attach pictures. It's really neat. And for the people that are doing the RFQs, they can then do a side-by-side comparison of all the responses they get from the nurseries, and they can
The
see
prices, the specs of the plants, the
Exactly.
photos. It's good.
Yeah.
This app is not just for Florida, correct? You guys are nationwide. Basically, nationwide is really where the product is, right? But you said you have people that use it from
Searching.
all over all over the world.
Yeah, we're the largest in the nation now.
The largest in the
largest
nation.
plant directory. Yeah, wait.
Good job.
Bring it here.
Darryl.
Yeah, man.
Good job, Catalina.
Well, I mean, because we promote it. I mean, with the digital age, I mean, you're not limited geographically anymore, So, I mean, I would say Florida is our biggest
Market.
territory.
Well, that's because Florida has the most nurseries,
most
I feel like,
nurseries,
out of any
yes.
other state.
Yeah, and after that, Texas, North Carolina, but we're everywhere. We're from Florida to Washington State, and everything in
all
between.
over. And
Yeah.
you do trade shows all over the United States. Where Catalina's out flying around
We're
everywhere.
out everywhere. They're all of us. We're a cool team, and we all split up. Especially in January, February, we have a lot of trade shows, but we do every show.
Yeah, I
Every
mean,
show out there.
we do almost every trade show that we can. I mean, over 20-something shows a year.
That's crazy. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, and even tiny little shows. We do some shows in Louisiana where it's just in a parking lot and
Yes.
out of the trunk of your car.
Yeah, but it's worth it because
Yeah.
you get a few people that know about you, they learn about you, and it changes their life, and now you have a customer for
It's
life
worth
there.
it, and we're basically working for you guys, for the nurseries
course.
out there, because if there's anybody out there that is not using it yet, we want to get that person.
Sorry, this thing has.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
We want to get that person on there, So anybody that doesn't know about PlantAnt yet, we want them to download the app and start searching for it.
So
because
you tell them, hey, right now, stop what you're doing and download the app.
yes, and they love it, and they're sometimes surprised. They say, "Okay, what's in it? What's in it for you?" And
Yeah.
I say, "Nothing. It's free for the
Nothing.
user, so you can just go ahead
Nothing.
and
I
download
just get
the
a
app
paycheck.
Yep.
and search for it." And I get to be here with you doing
it's
this
awesome.
podcast.
It's cool. It's
great.
cool.
Yeah, so I mean, with the trade shows, some of these smaller shows, we do it mainly, to give exposure for the buyers, but a lot of times it's just to support these little associations. I mentioned before that for us, if the industry succeeds, we succeed.
Everybody.
So we sponsor a lot of events, with any of the shows and the associations with the FNGLA Association, North Carolina. I mean, we're going to be one of the sponsors up at their show. The
Yeah,
Green
you're
and Growing
giving
show.
back, and your logo's put wherever they put it.
Yeah, and it helps them. A lot of
course.
times you don't get back what you put in the sponsorship, but it's helping these associations, and it shows the nurseries from that area that look, we're there for you guys
Of course.
also, right? So we go out there, we try to get the name out, we try to help all these little associations. In fact, we actually develop the search engines for some of these groups. For instance, the North Carolina Association, they have their Buy and See Plants website, which is we developed it and it's tied into PlantAnt data. So if somebody searches their website, it works the same as PlantAnt, it functions the same, except it's searching only their association members. You know, so we help them out. Yeah, and we do that for very little, and it's mainly just to help the association, help the growers get
back.
More. Exactly. Now, and we were talking about going out there and getting the users and trying to get as many people on PlantAnt as possible. For us, the way we charge, I think it's a little different than traditional print marketing, right? If you put an ad in a magazine, you've paid for it up front, right? It doesn't matter what results you get. And at that point, once that publication is printed, I mean, honestly, it could sit on a shelf and
there's your money.
Yeah, and they've made their money. With us, we've now become your best salesperson, because just because we have a nursery on there, right, doesn't mean we're making anything. We now have to make sure that you're getting people searching for you, because unless we have buyers clicking on you, we're not making anything. So our job's not done. Now we have to go out there. We have to make sure people are finding you, looking for your material before we make our money. So we have the motivation to
make it happen. For me, when it comes to, let's say, whatever I pay for PlantAnt or for advertising in general, for me, I look at it as I have a 24-hour salesperson online all day long, all night long, anytime, because there's landscapers that are up at 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. That's when they wake up, and that's when they start their day, and they start sourcing product and doing whatever they're doing. So for me, PlantAnt doesn't call out sick. PlantAnt doesn't take a vacation. PlantAnt is on 24 hours a day, and that's what's awesome about it.
It's like a full-time mom.
It's a full-time. No, it's a full-time salesperson, basically. Not a salesperson, but you know what I get.
Yeah, and my commission is cheap, man. I only charge $1. It doesn't matter if you get a $200 or $200,000 sale. I only charge $1.
I know. So that's the power behind it. You get a platform that people can search any day. There's no breaks. There's no, hey, it's New Year's, I'm not gonna work today. There's none of that. It's all the time, and I love the PlantAnt. That's what we use here a lot.
Hey, just a quick disclaimer. This is totally coming from him.
Yes.
We're not paying him for the
Darryl hasn't given me the $10,000 check yet. I'm messing around. So what do you think sets you apart from your competitors where you guys are at now? Because there are other platforms, like you said, that have this, technology integrated into what they're doing. What sets you guys apart from everybody else? Then we got Darryl.
First of all, I think the pricing structure is something that's unique in this industry. It's not unique in the internet marketing world, but it's unique in this industry. And I think that's one of the biggest things. It in the beginning, I would say it was the biggest issue with trying to get customers on, because everybody was a little hesitant about the whole pay-per-click. But now that people are comfortable with it and they see the benefits of it, I think that's one of our biggest strengths, is the fact that it's fair pricing. You get what you pay only for results. If you're not really getting results, you're really not paying much at all.
And what I see too, not to cut you off, but the app itself is very user friendly.
And that's
the website is very user friendly as well.
So
it's that to me is what sets you guys really apart too.
Yeah, so that's a huge thing. I'm glad you mentioned that. We always said that no matter how functional or how many features we add in PlantAnt, it has to be extremely easy to use.
Yeah.
Okay, the user interface has to be dummy proof. Less buttons. Really, if you have to click into a help, then it's too much. So yeah, we made it easy to use the app. We were the first platform out there. Actually, I think we're the only platform still that has a native app for both iPhones and Android phones.
Because I think some of the other ones, when you go to it, it sends you to like a mobile site.
Yeah, exactly.
Not an app.
Yeah. So, and the other thing is that I feel like we have our finger on the pulse of the industry, me being an industry person and some of the people in our
and talking to the people too all day that you guys talk to and getting feedback from them.
Yeah. So we see what the needs are, we see what the pain points are, and we're always trying to address them, and we're always pushing the envelope. I feel like we're the guys that are always coming up with these new features. And
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then you see the other competitors. They're trying. They're doing what they're doing, but we really are the leader in the industry.
You like it, you love it, you're passionate about it. The profits that you're making are going back into the app, innovating and making it better, making it fresher, going to more trade shows, getting out there. Guys, when you want to build something special, you cannot stop. And Darryl's hit these goals in life, which are different things that he's created. The app has evolved over time. It's not like this was the app when they launched it. It has changed, right? Because when you jump into something, you don't know everything that you're going to get yourself into. You go learning as the time goes, and you, like between you and Danny, back and forth with the pricing, you didn't know that.
No.
But that's the way the way that you guys chose to do it, and ended up working out better. So you can't be afraid or scared when you're trying to do something, guys, or lose that energy, lose that drive, which is what Darryl still has today. I'm sitting here with him, and I can feel his energy, feel his radiance, that he's, he loves what he does. He's passionate about it.
Yes.
And it's awesome just to be sitting here with an app creator that has done something massive for our industry that's a very outdated, old school industry at the end of the day. I've been involved in it my whole life. So that's crazy, man. So I salute you, bro, for actually making it happen.
Thanks, man. We kind of want to be like the Netflix of the industry, make it very affordable, but have everybody on there,
No, and you guys have done that. You've executed that very, very well.
Thanks.
So the last thing here, what does PlantAnt stand for? And what are your goals and your missions?
Well, when you say what PlantAnt stands for, that could mean a couple things. Yeah. I mean, so a lot of people ask us about the name, PlantAnt, all right? And initially, we just wanted a name that was catchy. That's it. We said, we just want something that sounds, easy to remember, and people say, why PlantAnt? And we say, well, why Google? Why Yahoo? Well, it's why Bing? It's just something easy to remember. But at one point, Ben Boluski, I think he's now retired, but he ran the FNGLA. And
he ran the FNGLA.
Yeah, did an incredible job.
Oh, that's the guy that retired a couple months ago or a year ago, something like that.
Yes.
Okay.
The nicest, most honest, most genuine guy you can ever meet.
Awesome.
I mean, Ben was awesome. Sorry to see him go. Bye, Ben. But
we love you, Ben.
Yeah, man. So he asked, he says, well, what does PlantAnt stand for? He said, and then he thought about it and he says, oh, I know. It's Advanced Nursery Technologies. And I looked at him like, that's right.
That's right.
How did you know, man?
Ben.
How did you know?
That's crazy, man. That's why Ben was the president of the FNGLA.
Yeah.
Because he's a sharp guy.
But, what we stand for in terms of a company, it's like I said before, we want to have, the technology available to all nurseries of any size, of any type in the industry. We want a platform that works for all, that lifts everybody up.
Yeah.
So
there's so much. There's so much to do with PlantAnt. PlantAnt helped me because when we first started, I think you guys you guys opened it when? 2001?
8.
2008. Yeah. So I found you guys probably in 2010 or 11.
Mm-hmm.
And it really helped out a lot.
Yep.
So guys, download it. Don't worry about what you're going to pay-per-click because I promise you're not going to care. Because really, you're going to get the sales.
Yeah, our slogan became, that our business is growing your business.
Your business.
And that's really what it's all about. It's helping the nurseries grow, helping them succeed, and we're the partner behind it. Mm-hmm. And so I think we've done a pretty good job, and we have a lot of things coming up, in the new year. I mean, these last couple of years because of COVID has been, a little
washy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little strange. I mean, although I have to say that I think without PlantAnt, the industry would have had a much harder time.
Way harder. No,
Yeah.
Thank you for doing it when you did everything. I believe in God, and everything happens for a reason when it's time to happen, and it was time for the industry to have it. And
without trade shows, I mean, PlantAnt, we saw because we can see the analytics. I mean, the usage on PlantAnt skyrocketed because everybody needed to find another way to look for material. Yeah. So
no, it's crazy. You guys have anything else you want to say?
I just want to make sure that everybody knows that they can contact me, for anything they need when using PlantAnt. And we didn't mention, but we also can do websites for people.
Yes.
We can also have banners
Banners,
for
which
extra
are the ads,
advertisement on the
or the
website.
app.
And it's just that anything would be directly with us, you
Okay.
know, so that's pretty cool. They can just call me, text me, and they know I'll be the point of contact, and they know that whatever it is, it'll get done.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to
thank
you
you,
guys.
man.
Yes.
You know, you guys remind me of Danny and I, you
Yes.
know, starting off with this podcast, which you're doing a great job.
Thank
and
you
that's,
so much.
very
That means
nice.
a lot.
yeah,
coming from you guys.
that's one of the reasons why we're here. You know, I like to see people that are innovating in the industry, that are trying to bring the industry up, you know, to today's standards. So, you know, please feel free. You know, we have so much more to talk about in PlantAnt
do.
that we never covered.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and you know, we can do some future
course.
podcasts on that.
course.
And you know, I hope this continues on. I think
you.
this is a valuable resource for the
Thank you.
industry.
Thank you so much. Those are powerful words. And yes, we are giving it our all.
Yeah.
And we're having fun doing it. So that's basically what it is. Before we go, guys, I just want to remind you guys, this app is only for people in the wholesale industry. So for you guys that want to buy plants for your house, you cannot go and create an account. I am sorry. All right.
Sorry.
All right. You got to contact your landscaper, and your landscaper will go and get the product for you. All right. So just letting you guys know that, another disclaimer, because that's something big on their end, that they don't want homeowners going directly through the app. So thank you guys. It's been an honor, for real. PlantAnt, just to be sitting here with PlantAnt means a lot. Before we go, real quick, your contact information, phone number, Instagram. What do you guys have? Email?
Okay, so basically go to plantant.com. There will be a contact tab on there. My phone number will be there, and you can call me from there.
Awesome.
Yep.
And you guys do have a little Instagram.
We have a little Instagram.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's we know, you know, we post different features that we have going. PlantAnt_.
PlantAnt _ at PlantAnt_ on Instagram.
And we're on Facebook. You know, we have to be a little careful. You know, because like
The
you said, it's
homeowners,
for the wholesale industry. You know, so we try not to promote it for the general
of course.
general public
Yeah, it's for us.
as much as we can.
But thank you guys. It's been a blessing. God
Thank
bless you
you.
guys. For everyone listening and watching, thank you guys so much. It means a lot. It means a lot. We're doing our best and our hardest to bring you guys relevant content for the time, all right, and for our industry. So God bless you guys for listening. Thank you so much. Get ready for the next episode, because like always, you know it's going to be fire. All right? God bless you guys, and thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you, Willie.
Peace out.
Bye, guys.
Bye.